So this is the front end when I run the application. So here I am supposed to log in. So let's first log in through the admin panel. In the admin panel, I will be having a list of users and their corresponding the expiry date. So wherever the user's deadline has been arrived, it will be shown as expired in the red mark. For the active users, it will be appearing like this. So let's try to work out through say a user called Jayurkar. So I will log out from the admin panel. We'll log in again with user Jayurkar. Once I log in, it will ask me to upload the file. So I will browse and will select the sample file which is available with me. So the system has identified that it has a 200 records. So 200 transaction items are appearing as a file. So I will continue. Now user is supposed to select the confidence level from three levels: 90, 95, 90, 99%. So say for the example I will continue with 95. I would like to have 40 samples from the 200 records. I can change this. This is editable. Uh, for MUS sampling method, I need to select particular baseline or the base or based on which the MUS will be calculated. So I have kept it as a document base amount. For stratified sampling, I am supposed to give the fields under which the stratification should be applied. These are the fields which are appearing in the file. So the system has given me the drop down selection option from that. So for stratification, let me select a region as a field. I will continue. Then system is asking me that whether I should go by random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified systematic sampling, Benford law, and MUS. The second line also elaborates that how exactly it will get calculated. So let's say for the example I am going for the random sampling. So I will say generate. You can see that it quickly generated a sample file. It shows that 40 items has been selected from 200, and now I can download the sample file. So let's open the sample file and check that whether it has calculated correctly. So okay, the first sheet is for the sample selection. We can see that the first row is of the headers. So 40 line items have been selected into sample. So these are the these are the columns which were already available in the file. So system has added two new columns, that what is the original index of a particular transaction line item and what is the random sampling result the formula has generated based on which the sample has been selected. It will also create a working paper sheet. It talks about the client and engagement information, the name, the engagement type, whether it's stat audit, internal audit, tax audit, or any other audit. What is the audit period? What is the financial year? When the testing has been done? The population details, that whether the population was of a transactional data or something like that. The source of data. So here user will select and enter the correct details. These are the options given by the system. And what is the data type? Same here. So user will be mentioning the correct data type. The period cover, the population size has been directly identified by the application. Data extraction date, the username will appear under the extracted by. It will also elaborate that audit objective and assertions tested. So assertions like existence, occurrence, completeness, accuracy, classification, all these details will appear in the assertion being tested. The sampling methodology, so here it has mentioned that it is according to the SA 530. So the selected method is automatically explained over here. It is a random sampling, ensures each item has equal probability of selection, providing unbiased representation of the population suitable when population is homogeneous and no specific risk patterns are identified. Then the statistical parameters, what has been considered while performing the calculation. Uh, as you are aware, these are the statistical formulas for arriving at the samples. So in the formula, wherever the elements are required to be defined, some of the elements are user defined, like what is the confidence level, what is the tolerable error, or what is the expected error rate, and what is the sampling risk. Based on that, the values have been mentioned over here. If you remember, we have selected the 95% as the confidence level. Then system has calculated 40 sample, which is totaling to 20%. This is the formula which has been mentioned over here, and the individual elements details. So what the procedures has been followed by the application are elaborated here. That population data has been first verified based on the completeness of the populator, check for duplicate entries, validate the data integrity and format, and confirm period coverage. Then sampling parameters are defined and calculated based on this. These are the sampling processes. Generated pseudo-random numbers for each population item. Then sorted population by random numbers. Then selected first n items from the sorted list. And ensured no selection bias. What is the sample documentation? Audit procedures to be followed on items. So for each sample item, the following procedure will be performed. So vouching and verification, then substantive testing and compliance verification, third-party confirmation wherever required. So evaluation of sampling results will be obtained. So number of exceptions found after this sampling exercise, after this auditing exercise on the sample will be mentioned over here, that out of 40, in how many cases the exceptions have been identified, what is the percentage, resultant percentage. Then the bifurcation of those counts in these criteria, that whether it is a missing documentation, unauthorized transaction, calculation error, classification. So based on the type of exception, the bifurcation will be going forward. Then what is the projection to the population? So sample error amount corresponding projected error to the population. So the calculation method is sample error or the ratio estimation. The comparison with tolerable error will be calculated. So if it is within 5%, then okay. If not, then the expected error rate is coming out so and so. So assessment is whether it is within the tolerable limit or it exceeds the tolerable limit. And these are the professional judgment and conclusions. A conclusion based on sample testing, whether it is a unqualified opinion, qualified opinion, or inconclusive. So these kind of corresponding details will be mentioned and selected by the user over here. So whatever the professional judgment has been applied, a user can write a note over here. It also elaborates that what are the limitations and disclaimers for arriving at the sample. So important disclaimers with respect to the sampling risk, non-sampling risk, scope limitations, professional standards, statistical versus judgmental sampling. These are the caution notes and recommendations to the user for sample representativeness, exception handling, projection methodology, documentation requirement, and subsequent events to be carried out. So the recommendation can be given in writing by the user for the management, and there is a part of the sign off. So the audit team will be signing off your articles, associate, senior, partner, engagement partner, and then the peer review certification is required internally or externally can. So this is how it ends the working paper. It gives the system version and all those details. The calculation sheet gives the statistical details of the calculation. Step by step, what has been followed, what is the result. It gives a complete confidence to the user. So this is how the particular audit